Well, we have today's secret sound, which we're going to play right now. And if you know it, today's your last shot to win a trip. Literally, you can win an awesome trip just by going to bobbybones.com. You don't have to call in. You just type it in. We just had a winner on who typed it in yesterday, and next thing you know, she's on the air winning a trip. So, you're going to win a trip to Napa Valley, California. It is the private music event of the year, live in the Vineyard. Maren Morris, Adam Lambert, Avril Lavigne, Kelsey Ballerini, Maddie and Tay, Caitlin Smith. There are just so many. Here is today's secret sound. I would assume that is it this? Is that what that is? Yeah?
It's got to be, right?
It's got to be, right?
I mean-
and if you're watching the show, you just got a big hint.
Yeah.
That's what we should have done. Been like, you should watch.
Apparently, this is something Ray and his boys do a lot.
You guys do that?
It's actually pretty popular, yeah. It's if you're not in basketball, football, baseball, it's one of the more popular things to do.
Okay, then I don't know what that is.
No,
he's
just not making sense.
It's his pastime. He's saying if you're not, when he's not playing basketball, football, baseball,
He's doing
anything
this.
he's doing this. So
Which
he's-
isn't
I've
true.
never seen you do this ever. I've known you for 10 years.
I bet at like when he's out, maybe.
Out where at the club? Okay. All you have to do is go to bobbybones.com. You heard the secret sound and type it in. You get one guess. If you know what it is, we're going to pick one of the right guesses and give them a trip to California. Raymundo, hit it one more time. There you have it. It's weird to hear shoes squeaking, too. Like, how hard are they doing this? Okay, that's it. BobbyBones.com. Get on in that. All right, Whiskey Glasses, Morgan Wallen. We have our draft coming up for, that's my pick, Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks movies is what we're drafting coming up. That's Amy's pick today, Tom Hanks
Yep.
movies, so we'll do it right now. Here we go, Whiskey Glasses.
The Bobby Bones Show.
Yesterday when we finished the show, I had a call with Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn. I say a call. He just called me on the cell phone. I was like, hey, Bobby. I was like, what's up? We going to do that cowboy shoot? I was like, yeah, of course. And so he's a great photographer. And so we kind of lined up what I was going to wear in the shoot because I have friends that are legitimate cowboys. I'm not a cowboy. I don't even fake like a cowboy. I grew up in Arkansas, but I didn't grow up like really riding horses a lot. Riding horses a little bit because I lived in the country, but not cowboy-ish.
Right.
Would go to the rodeo, but I would also go for the crash up derby, not just the rodeo. Like it's a whole thing. So I was like, I don't want to insult real cowboys because I have friends who are real legitimate cowboys. So if I dress like I'm trying to take it super serious, I don't want to insult anyone. He's like, you ain't gonna insult anybody. It's gonna be awesome. Because my idea was look like Howdy Doody, like like Billy the Kid. Like one of those when you go on vacation to Branson, Missouri, you get in when you. That was my idea. Like we were doing some old, you go in Silver Dollar City and you put your gear on, take a picture, and get out of there. But he's like, nope. And he sent me a bunch of pictures that he had taken at different rodeos, at different music festival, and they're really good. And he's like, trust me on this. We're gonna make it good.
So you're going more like Stetson.
I'm going full.
Like model.
Like George Strait?
Oh yeah.
Like
whoa.
You could Wrangler commercial.
Yeah, and so we were going. He's like, I'll take care of the clothes.
Oh wow.
And so we did the whole sizes thing. By the way, Ronnie Dunn's funny. And so we did the size. My pants size 31. Shirt. My shirt will be medium. I probably could go small. Maybe I end up going small.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate that. That hurts my any sort of like man goes away when I have to go small.
Right, but that's your goal. That's why you.
I would like to have muscles on top, skinny waist. I want to look like an action figure.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
All right.
And then I had to measure my head yesterday for a cowboy hat. And he was like, it's all about the right cowboy hat for you. And so we did some head measuring, and the next couple of weeks, we're going to shoot this thing. And then we want to do something, because some of his pictures go for a lot of money, because one, he's Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn, and two, he's a great photographer.
Right. And
so we're going to take it, and we're going to do the shoot, and both sign the picture, and then auction it off for St. Jude.
Oh, love it.
So there's a real good to the end of this. And we both had an idea in mind that we wanted to do something positive with the whole thing. Because Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn came in on the show, and I know Ronnie and Kix a little bit outside of the show. And I was giving Ronnie a hard time because when I went to watch Brooks and Dunn in Vegas, I saw Ronnie selling his pictures. And I was like, you need that money that much? And so I said, how much to do a picture of me? And it turned into, we're going to do a cowboy shoot, which he specializes in, and we're going to auction the picture off for St. Jude. So, and I think we're going to do it in the next couple weeks. So that was the call yesterday.
Can't
and then
wait.
all day he kept texting me pictures that he had taken.
Oh, like for
Other ones?
inspiration?
Well,
I mean, he's done it, but he's like showing you, look.
yeah,
this
he's like,
is-
hey, check out
This is the goal.
how good this is. And so that was kind of the deal. So we're rolling. For those that are wondering, if we're going to take this cowboy photo shoot, we are.
Can't believe it's going to happen.
It's kind of funny, huh?
Yeah, because you guys were just talking about it right here, and you're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, Amy, you want to see some pictures that he's done?
Yeah.
Because some of his that are going for a lot of money. Like this is him doing Calm Before the Storm at Frontier Days in Cheyenne.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's how much it goes. Whoa.
That one's $14,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Keep scrolling here. Look at this one. People riding horses. What if he makes me try to ride a bull?
Oh, that'd be great.
He's like, Bobby, trust me. But these are all Ronnie Dunn pictures.
Those are awesome.
So I'm gonna try to recreate that. So
You'll be able to hang a copy of it in your house.
yeah, I'll probably have one for myself. And I told him in exchange I'm gonna draw him nude,
Oh, perfect.
and then we're gonna auction that off.
That seems fair to me.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do kicks, but he's not gonna know. Okay, so that was the update for that. In the next segment, we are going to do our draft of Tom Hanks movies. I have the first overall pick. I will be going Forrest Gump. I don't want to commit
Good.
to it officially, but unless I switch it up last minute, then I spent some time thinking about it. Forrest Gump's the best movie of our lifetime, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you're going with it, so I just don't even have it on my list because you go first.
Same here.
So,
Raymundo is out. I have first pick. I probably will go Forrest Gump, but we'll do that next. The real question is, what's Amy going to go with the second overall pick?
I know. It's so hard. I mean, there's so many
Big?
good ones.
Big is solid.
Big is good.
Solid.
I don't know I like Big, but then there's the debate of like, have a lot of people seen Big? Like Morgan number 2.
The Terminal.
Do you know Big?
Where he gets locked in the airport.
That was a good
Solid
one.
guess. Okay, we'll come back. Tom Hanks' draft of movies next.
Bobby Bones, come on.
As a fan and supporter of women in country music, I'm excited.
All right, time for the draft this morning when we're drafting Tom Hanks movies. And I have the first pick today. And there are just a lot of good Tom Hanks movies.
Some that I had no idea when I was researching them. I'm like, wow, do I need to watch some of these? I had no idea they existed.
Yeah, so it's easy for me with that first pick because it's just the greatest movie of our lifetime, I feel.
You have to.
Impressions. I just was in Savannah, Georgia, where that park where they shot all those bench scenes where they were.
Really?
Yeah, we're sitting on the bench. The theater there hires a guy to just act like Forrest Gump the whole time. And he sits in that
No
park
way.
dressed like Forrest does and just goes from bench to bench, never gets out of character. And he's like, how are you doing?
That's awesome.
Uh-huh. So my first pick in the draft will be from 1994, Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Thank
Nice.
you very much. Thank you very much.
I mean, greatest movie ever.
I think so, right?
So
That
you have to.
Yeah,
Shawshank's pretty good, but
But
Forrest
Forrest
Gump
is
just-
one.
Yeah. Amy, you have the second pick.
I know. And there's so many good ones. It's so hard to figure out what to do. But I'm just going to like eeny, meeny, miny, moe and go with Saving Private Ryan.
Dang it.
Good one,
Good one.
Amy.
It's a good second pick. I went to watch Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
and the movie theater messed up, and they showed the very ending in the movie first.
Oh.
It was like they had it queued up to the wrong spot. And I'm watching this going, wow, if this movie's this sad and amazing at the beginning, we're in for a treat. And then the movie stops, and then it starts with the previews, and I'm going, odd way to put a movie together, but okay. And then they come in and go, oh, we accidentally showed you the first part of the movie first, or the last part of the
Last
movie
part.
first. I was like, what just happened
Do
here?
they give you free movie tickets or something for
I
your
don't
next
think
visit?
so. We didn't stay, though. We were like, we've already seen how it ends.
Oh.
Watched it again later on DVD. So, okay, Amy goes Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Lunchbox, first round. Who's your pick?
Man, I thought Amy was taking this movie. It is my favorite Tom Hanks movie. It is so fun. It'll put a smile on your face all the time. And when they're in the mall dancing on the piano, give me Big.
Big from 1988. There
It's
you
good.
go. Eddie.
Yeah, you guys are taking some real good ones, but I'm going to go with one with the biggest catchphrase ever in movie history.
Oh, let me think about this. Biggest catchphrase in movie history?
Think about it.
What?
Come on, Bobby.
I
You
don't
got
have it.
The biggest. I would probably go.
Oh.
Was it?
No,
the
no, no.
commercials, the beer commercials.
commercial.
Oh.
What's that?
Was it? It's not that movie from
No,
Tom
no,
Hanks.
no, 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 no.
I mean, it's probably Castaway.
Nope.
Oh, it's not.
Nope.
What is it?
Oh, is it?
Houston,
Oh,
we have a
Apollo.
problem.
Oh, not from a movie. You're saying
like
in
real
life.
life?
Oh.
That's like
This
that's
is
not
the
a movie
movie.
quote.
It's
It's
not a movie
life
quote. That's what really
like
happened.
It's a quote
Oh, it
from
is?
NASA.
Yes, they didn't
Oh
make
my
that for
gosh,
the movie.
Really?
Yeah. Tom Hanks wasn't like, I really think we should say this.
It would really grab the audience if I
No.
said, Houston, we have a problem.
Your movie pick is what?
Apollo 13.
Okay, Apollo 13.
Solid. But
Really?
I thought you were saying
I'm
something.
pretty sure
Are you
anytime, Eddie, I'm pretty sure anytime that they're in space or in the air, the astronauts say, Houston, we have a problem.
There's always a problem.
Well,
in
no,
Well, not
I just think
always.
that
I'm
was a
saying
real thing that was said.
It's
That's
like
what-
Mayday.
yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Morgan, number 2. We're over to you. You have the last pick of the first round. Tom Hanks movies. What do you have?
I'm really glad it's still here. This is one of the first movies I remember. It's Toy Story.
Great pick.
Yeah,
Good
good
pick.
one.
There's still 3 other Toy Stories, though, guys.
That's right. I thought about that. That's right.
That's a good one, though. Okay. The first round of movies is I have Forrest Gump. Amy has Saving Private Ryan. Lunchbox has Big. Eddie has Apollo 13. And Morgan, number 2, has Toy Story. Eddie, I'm surprised. That's such a weak pick with Tom Hanks being your favorite.
Well, you guys took some real good ones.
I know, but Tom Hanks, I thought you'd go Toy Story.
I wasn't going to do one that he voiced. I want to do one where he stars in it. We
Listen,
see Tom Hanks.
you could be right. You could know Tom Hanks way better than I do.
Oh, gosh.
Do you guys feel like that was Apollo 13
I had Apollo 13 in the
as
top.
a first round?
No, that's why I didn't go with it first round.
But you had the second round, the
Sure.
second overall pick.
Right. I know, but still, I'm looking at some other ones that maybe I would have chosen above Apollo 13.
Okay.
But that's fine. It's still a good one.
It is absolutely a good one.
It's a really good one, Eddie.
I didn't make
Great
bad
choice.
movies. Okay.
Now you're stressing me out.
Eddie's going to go with his next pick, Splash.
Which is a great movie. The Mermaid
Oh,
movie?
I have that on here. I love it.
That's a great movie.
Maybe-
Morgan,
Don't
number
say
2,
it.
you're up. Go ahead. Your next pick.
I'm surprised Eddie didn't pick this one, but it's A League of Their Own.
That's a great
That's the one
one.
I wanted.
No one. There's no crying in baseball. Morgan, number 2, that's a great pick.
Now that's a movie saying.
yes.
there's no
Eddie,
crying in
that's not
baseball.
from
Not
real
Houston.
life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, we're not sure if he said, I am the captain now. Like,
right.
We're not
We
sure.
weren't there.
That could, right. Okay. Eddie, you have Apollo 13. What's your next pick?
Well, no one's picked it yet, so I'm going Castaway.
Yeah.
Got to go Castaway.
I thought maybe a first rounder even. Yeah.
Good.
Lunchbox.
Oh man, this movie is amazing. Give me The Green Mile.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a
Yep.
good one.
Good one. Ended weird for me.
Yes, very
Loved it until the very ending. And I was like, when did this turn into a science fiction movie? Green Mile's good. Amy.
Catch Me If You Can.
Good.
good.
Solid.
I saw that only recently too, and it's so good.
Solid.
Dude, there's still a lot left.
I know. And I'm in that spot where it's my second round pick now. And there's a lot that are like Philadelphia, for example.
Oh,
It's a good
Great
dude.
movie, but possibly a little too old.
Right. That's the struggle. Is some are old, but still amazing.
So my set. Oh, and then
You can always go like newer.
I know. I can go with the Christmas train with Polar Express.
Yeah,
I could do
Polar
that.
Road to Perdition.
That's a good movie, dude.
I mean,
What's the Angels and Demons, or what's that one?
I'm gonna pick the sequel
yeah,
to
do
the
that
Da Vinci
one.
Code. I don't even go with Da Vinci Code. I go with the sequel. All right. My second Tom Hanks movie, because we are we're in the same little area of. They're all pretty similar at this point. I'm gonna go with Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Love
Sleepless
it.
in Seattle.
glad you did that.
Such a good movie.
That affirms my next pick. That helps me.
Yeah,
What,
go
you got
ahead.
mail? Because I may go with that one next. 'Cause I have the next pick too.
You wouldn't.
I would do. They're basically the same movie.
Right.
much.
So I'm saying you got that one. I'll take the next one. It's teamwork. I'm sure, like when they're doing football drafts or something, the teams are
they talk
negotiating.
to each other?
Yeah, they're like, dude, you get this guy, I'll get this guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do I go with a Toy Story? Like Toy Story 3 was better than 2.
So this is your third pick here?
Yeah. So now here we go. The first two rounds, Amy has. I have Forrest Gump and Sleepless in Seattle, Tom Hanks movies. Amy has Saving Private Ryan and Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Lunchbox has Big and The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Eddie has Apollo 13 and Castaway. And Morgan number 2 has Toy Story and A League of Their Own.
Whoop.
Ooh, that's solid. Do I go with That Thing You Do?
Come on. You have to, Bones. You love that movie.
I know. Or Turner and Hooch?
That's a good
I
movie,
love
too.
that one.
Or Toy Story 3?
Nah, don't do that.
Okay, with my final pick of the first round, I'm going to go with. It's tough, Amy.
I know.
It's tough. I've never been so torn before.
Follow your heart.
Well,
Go with your favorite out of all of them. Not what people are going to like.
yeah. What would you do, Eddie? Can I use a lifeline?
Yeah, I would go Toy Story, one of the Toy Stories.
You would?
Yeah,
Why would you listen to Eddie when Apollo 13 first?
I know, that's a bad
Oh,
which
pick.
is a great
That's
movie.
bad
Houston,
pick.
we have a problem.
Bad pick. Okay.
That's a good movie line.
Time is running out on mine. I'm going to go with Captain Phillips.
Dang.
I'm going to go with Captain Phillips.
I am the captain now.
No. I am the captain now. Say it right.
Yeah, but he didn't even say that.
I am the captain now.
Maybe he said it. We don't know.
I'm going Captain Phillips. Amy?
Okay. Ooh, now I'm between You Got Mail and Sully. Because I feel like I need something more current.
That was my problem too. I had Forrest Gump
Right.
and Sleepless in Seattle. I need to hit the new age.
Right. And what do I have? I have Saving Private Ryan and
A home movie from when he was 5. That's tough.
and Catch Me If You Can. So those are a little bit,
Go Sully.
I might, because it's really good. And my husband's a pilot
Perfect.
who has also landed on water.
Go ahead.
So fine. Okay. Sully.
Okay, there you go.
Why do you think that that's bad?
I don't think it's bad.
I,
You
think
just,
it's bad?
I didn't
Hey,
want to pick
Eddie's
it.
in last place.
You think it's
of the
bad?
whole
That's why I'm
draft.
trying so hard.
I know.
Okay.
I'm in next to last place, so it's like I used to just say stuff, but I don't even know if I'm right anymore. My Pulse of America of this isn't like great. Lunchbox third pick.
Man, it's old. I'm gonna have 3 old ones, but I mean, you left it for me,
I
and
did.
people love it. It's
Take
a
it.
great love story. You've Got Mail.
Okay, there you go.
It's a good one.
Good one.
Eddie,
Oh boy.
Tom Hanks movies. You've got Apollo 13 and Castaway.
All right, I'm gonna do what I told you to do, and you didn't do it. I'm gonna go with Toy Story 3.
I think it's a great pick.
I think that's the best out of all the Toy Stories.
I think it's a great pick.
Better than Toy Story 1.
Different. But Toy Story 1 established it. It's
Sure.
tough to be better than the original.
Yeah.
Like
don't
Toy Story
even
3
really-
is a derivative of Toy Story 1, so it's tough to go better.
But I didn't cry in any of them except Toy Story 3.
That's good. Morgan, number 2, final pick of the draft. You have Toy Story and A League of Their Own.
Grace took a lot of the good ones.
Go Toy Story 2.
No, Eddie, I'm
Go
not
with the
listening
Toy
to you.
Story short that was shown before Monsters, Inc.
I really like this movie, so I'm gonna go The Terminal.
I was kidding when I mentioned that earlier.
Did you mention it earlier?
Yeah.
That might be a
Oh,
draft
wow.
buster.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Whoa.
Raymundo, by the way, is out of it. He's laughing hysterically in our
That's fine. I don't care.
The Terminal, huh?
That's a shocker, Morgan number 2.
I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
But see, she hasn't seen like Splash or Turner and Hooch, probably. Have you?
I haven't.
Yeah.
But okay, listen, what do I know? What do I know? There we have it, folks. Those are our Tom Hanks movies. Go vote on the team that you think is the best. I am your captain now.
Houston, we have a problem.
Okay. Everybody can do one impression from one
yeah,
of their movies. Let's go around the room. Morgan, number 2, do an impression from one of your Tom Hanks movies. Go ahead. Anything you want to do. This is how we're going out. Go ahead.
There's no crying in baseball.
Solid impression. There you
Yeah.
go. Eddie, you're up next.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Houston, we have a problem.
Lunchbox.
You've got mail.
Well,
Good.
yeah, the AOL voice. Fair enough. Amy.
Brace for impact.
Okay. And I'm gonna go with.
Ooh, you got a lot to choose from.
I know. I'm just gonna go with the big one. Mama always said, "Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get."
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. Go vote right now. BobbyBones.com. Let's get a winner in our draft. Thank you. Be back in a second. Boom.
Want to join in on a topic? Call the show at 1-877-77-BOBBY.
The Bobby Bones Show.
It's time for the good news.
With Amy.
So this couple, Christina and Nathan, they were just planning a courthouse wedding, something really simple, but then their plans totally changed when Christina had to be hospitalized with a heart condition. So they weren't able to do their courthouse wedding, but the hospital stepped in and kind of took things over. David's Bridal brought gowns to the hospital for the bride-to-be to choose from. And then UC Davis, the hospital, they got food, a cake, and the couple said I do in front of loved ones and the hospital staff.
Boy,
Isn't that
is
cool?
a good story.
Yeah.
And good for everybody for stepping in. Boy, that made me smile a little bit. That's a good one. All right, that's what it's all about right there.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
We're going to play Justin Moore, and if you guys want to hop on, be part of the show, we encourage you to. 877-77-Bobby. That's our phone number, 877-77-Bobby. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being part of the team. Hey, let's talk about your daughter for a second.
Yeah.
She's 12.
She's 12, going on 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. And she's just doing little things now that also, make me excited that she's growing up a little bit, but then also scared that she's growing too fast.
What happened?
We just had a moment at our house where we walked upstairs and she had a keep out sign on her door. And I was like, where in the world did she learn that from? Which is fine. I get that people do it. And I know that I did it. A lot of my friends did it. So it's not that concerning. But my husband's like really concerned that maybe she's dealing with something and she's wanting to be in her room and not wanting to talk to us about things. And I was like, well, trust me, she's dealing with things for sure. But I don't think she means keep everybody out. It's probably just for Stevenson because he's a little brother and he's annoying. He's like, no, I talked to her. She said it's for everybody. I was like, great. Awesome.
And do you respect that?
Well, I respect that to an extent. If I want to come in her room, I'm allowed to come in her room. She's 12.
So just keep out when you don't want to go in?
Yeah.
Is that the rule?
We always knock and, she can shut her door and she doesn't really hang out in there that much, but sometimes she just wants to be alone, which is fine, or she practices her piano and does her own thing. But we always show respect. But I was like, oh, my husband, I just wanted to, I know that other people are going through, so I posted it on Instagram, and a lot of the comments I got were like, totally fine, and I need to show that to my husband because he's the one that's kind of freaking out about it.
If this happened with you and your kids, where they hit a point where they're like, I don't need you anymore, you can hit us up. Amy's got to keep out sign from her daughter.
I'm like, she's lived with us only a year and a half and she already wants to keep us out. So yeah, it's just she's growing up way too fast. It's like we got a little girl, but now we've got a teenager. It happens so quick.
877-77-BOBBY. Yeah, hit us up if you want. We'd love to hear your thoughts and if you have that in common with Amy in your life.
And then how you respect that. Like, okay, they want their privacy, but it's not their room. It's our
Do
house.
you just give them fake privacy where they think they're getting privacy, but you sneak in and do all that when they're not there?
No.
Like if she were to have a diary, would you read it?
No, only if I felt concerned about something. If I was concerned, yes. But not if she seemed pretty healthy.
She's 12. When does she get her own Instagram?
Well, I
It's
have
almost
it.
time, but it's almost time.
No, what
Or-
device
yeah.
is she going to use it on?
Well,
She has a tablet, but it's a Amazon Fire.
but she could do it on your phone.
Okay,
That way you still have
I could allow that.
That way you still have control of it, but she is now learning how to use Instagram in a mature-ish way.
Mature, yeah.
responsible.
I think I'm okay with that if I add her profile to mine and she can click on it. Because she does have other friends from the orphanage that were adopted in the States and they have Instagram. So sometimes we get on my Instagram and go look at their pictures and she chats with them, but on mine.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Okay.
Again, it's on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's either warm her up to it, or she's going to be 14 and just going, oh my God. It's like a kid that's never been around anyone that drinks or parties. And they go to college and like, this is everywhere. I'm just going to go nuts.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. But then it's like, sometimes she had Stevenson do a photo shoot for her the other day. And I think one of her friends actually that she sees on Instagram sometimes does these photo shoots where I'm like, I wonder if her mom knows. But I mean, it's not my place to say anything, but I just am like, the pictures are a little iffy. And I think she saw that. And then not iffy for like, if you're 12, like you don't need to be like, doing your best model pose kind of down. So then I look at Stashira's tablet. She has all these photos and she had Stevenson do a photo shoot, like take pictures. And she was kind of doing some of those moves. And I was like, no. So as long as she doesn't put those, but she doesn't understand that that's like not, you don't need to be like all on the ground. Like
Ground.
I'm telling you, Bobby, it would make you uncomfortable. Like
I'm
if you
uncomfortable
saw-
watching you do the moves, much less seeing her.
I know.
All
Like
right,
if
Southbound from Carrie Underwood. We'll take some calls if you want to hop on. Love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh, and she put a sign on her door that said "Keep Out," and Amy thought it was just for her little brother, but it's not. It's for everyone.
No, I'm ready.
Yeah. So we got some callers who want to talk. Monica in Ohio is on. Hey, Monica, you have a 13-year-old son.
Yes, actually, he will be 14 in December.
So what do you think about this? What would you like to tell Amy?
I think that it's perfectly normal. My 13-year-old son comes home from school sometimes and is in his room until dinner. I have talked to him about it, and he said, sometimes I just want to just be alone. And, as a mom, I can kind of relate to that. Sometimes I just want to be alone, too. And I read an article that kind of touched on that, and they had talked about how kids, between the ages of 12 and 14 are kind of trying to, learn some independence, trying to not need us as much, which, of course, as a parent kind of stinks. But I think that it's perfectly normal. I know I did it when I was younger, and I think I turned out all right.
I'm still doing it now.
Keep out.
Yeah, just keep.
Yeah.
I live alone, but I still have a sign on my door that says "Keep Out."
Yeah.
It's for the burglars at night. Hey, you take whatever you want. Just let me sleep. Hey, thank you for that call. Amy has a 12-year-old, and she's like, should I be concerned that she's asking us to keep out? And let's go to, I believe it's Leia in Pittsburgh.
Yes, hi.
How's it going?
Hi.
Hey, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Thank you. What I think that Amy's daughter is trying to just exert some control over her life. And it's very normal at that age. Like the previous caller said, between 12 and 14, kids are really needing their independence. And it's our job as parents to allow them to have some sort of control. Because if we control everything for them, then it causes anxiety for them, and it doesn't make for a healthy adult later on in life. You know what I mean? And I'm literally an example of that. I wasn't allowed to lock my door. I wasn't allowed to put on signs like that. So I'm the opposite, and I've learned through therapy and years of, just reading books and parenting, and that is what children need. And we have a desire as parents to protect our children and keep them under our, umbrella, so to speak. But we have to allow them the freedom and the independence and the control, as hard as it is for us. We have to.
Amy?
That's good and good wisdom, good encouragement.
Stammer it out.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I'm processing what she's saying, because for me, it's I've only been a mom for a year and a half. So, yes, already kind of giving up some of that control. And not that I'm trying to control my kids, but already
I would.
I've got them under my umbrella. So already having her spread her wings just even a little bit is oh no, stop. But yeah, I mean, that's just part of adopting an older child. It's going to happen faster, and I need to let her find who she is.
Let's do one more. Tammy in Oklahoma. Now, you have raised several teenagers. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
And you think if she's putting a keep out sign on her door, it means what?
She's doing something she doesn't want you to know about.
I don't think so. I think she just wants people out. It's her way of being this is my room. I say who, I say when.
Tammy, talk some sense into her here.
Wait, what do you mean? Drugs?
No, saying things to friends she might not ought to say, writing things she might not ought to write. But you said she doesn't have electronic devices.
Well, she has a little smartwatch that makes phone calls, but she can only call 5 people. It's all family. And we're struggling in the friend department, so I'm not worried about that. But
well, I had passwords to my daughter's Facebook and everything until she was 15 at least, and it was all good until she took me off there. There was never a problem. The daughter I had that wanted to keep everything from me is the daughter that's been an issue.
Yeah.
I've had 5 raised.
Okay. All right. Well,
and so
I'll keep an eye out for things that I think she might be doing that she shouldn't be, but so far.
Maybe we should sweep the room every time she leaves and doesn't know it.
This is all very
Full sweep.
new. I know.
Full
I
sweep.
thought it's funny. My brain went straight to that she's doing drugs.
Yeah, you yelled
she's
at it. Drugs! We heard that, Amy.
She's no, maybe she's just writing things she shouldn't write.
You can add to this conversation on our Facebook page. Just go over to bobbybones.com and click up there. We'll put it up. Amy's got a 12-year-old daughter, teenage girl.
I mean, and it's not the sign is very official. It's a blue Post-it note. it's gonna fall off.
How
any
punk
day.
rock of her. Maybe she's total
She
punk.
didn't even like nail it in or anything.
By the way, tonight, our 2019 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tonight, performances from Zach Brown Band, Hootie and the Blowfish, Marshmello and Kane, 8/7 Central on the CW. So you should check that out. I think it'll be pretty cool. Tonight, 8/7 Central on the CW. Cool. I have a story about a woman who goes into the ER and she's struggling because, again, she's in the ER, but she has makeup on for Halloween, but they don't know it's makeup, and there's a whole issue where they're like, oh my God, something's wrong. We'll talk. Yeah,
okay.
I'll tell you that story, and we'll do our segment, What's the Haps, where we'll see what's happening in everybody's life. That's both coming up next. So this dancer in Michigan had a panic attack. She was getting zombie makeup done for a show, and she has a panic attack, not related, and she has to go to the ER. So she's in full zombie makeup, and they didn't realize it was makeup and thought something was really, really wrong with her.
Oh, no.
So imagine someone comes in, their skin's all busted up. They're like, well, rush her in. They're like, oh my God, we've never seen this before. What do we do?
What's happening?
And
Yeah.
so that's what happened. There's a professional dancer in Michigan, and she was getting zombie makeup done for a Halloween marketing campaign. And her panic attack was so bad, she had to be taken to ER. But they thought that something was happening with her skin, like her flesh was burned. Because it was all over her face. So they rushed her to the trauma unit.
Oh, wow.
That makeup must have been really good.
Yeah, like shout out to the makeup artist. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Shout out to the makeup artist. Fortunately, she recovered from the panic attack, and the hospital was then told, hey, you're okay. She's like, I said, I'm not. I'm just freaking out.
Or you freak out even more when they're like, trauma.
Yeah, they said they couldn't comment on a patient, but they did issue a statement. The emergency room is not a place for fun and games. Wait, what did she do wrong?
Nothing.
I'm looking at her, Amy. It's around her mouth. It's like a goatee, but it's like eating skin off. It looks like something got into her face.
Like a flesh-eating bacteria.
Like she's on the hospital bed with this flesh eating off her face. And if she came in, I would be like, something got her. A dog or a diseased fish that she ate, one of those three-eyed fish from The Simpsons. So there you go. Doctors, they're lecturing her. But again, I don't feel like she did anything wrong.
Yeah, it's not like she was trying to play a trick on the ER.
Jeff Bezos is still on top of the Forbes 400. So here you go. Jeff Bezos from Amazon, $169 billion.
Ooh, even after his divorce?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. His ex-wife is on the list, though, too.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
She went halvesies.
Yeah, shout out to her. Bill Gates at number 2 with $157 billion. I watched some of that Bill Gates documentary on Netflix.
Inside Bill's brain.
Did you
or
start
mind.
it?
Yes.
It's not a documentary. It's series. It's like 4 or 5 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
I
I'm
found
only
it
on
to
the
be
first one.
quite boring. Not how he thinks, but just how it was shot.
I agree. I kind of thought it was going to be a little bit more interesting, and then I don't. Now that I know it's a series, I don't know. But,
I quit.
Oh,
I
you
don't quit things. I was like,
I haven't finished.
too many
but
other things I wanted to watch.
I learned a lot.
And I was reading about how he started learning that some kids don't even have water. Like I got it. I watched like half an hour of it.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett at 3, Mark Zuckerberg at 4, and Larry Ellison at 5.
Who's that?
Larry Ellison, software guy, another tech guy. He's down at 5 at 96 billion.
Ah, come on. You can do better than that.
Come on, man. Step it up.
Get it together.
Get with it. That's just so much money. Like, you're never going to spend all that money. Bill Gates gives all his away, basically.
Yeah.
He can't give it away fast enough. He's just trying to give it all away.
Wow.
Helping kids get immunizations, helping people get water. I mean,
Sanitation
great,
and
though.
water in third world
Crazy.
countries.
Yeah.
You know what he did that I found to be interesting, and how we're just so competitive by nature, and he could get people to actually help him in that. He said once he learned of the crisis, the sanitation and the water crisis, and he was seeing how moms and babies were like dying from diarrhea or something. He's
That
like,
was a
this
big
is crazy.
part of it.
Right.
The diarrhea
So-
was killing people all over the world.
Right. He's like, how can we in America sit by and watch this happen when we know how to prevent this? So he emailed like some top universities that he's probably, of course they know who Bill Gates is. He was like, hey, can y'all help me figure this out? Like, we can figure this out. And no, but everyone was just like, eh. And then he's like, so you know what I did? Turn it into a competition. Then he sent it out to everybody. He's like, you know what? I'm going to hold a fair of sorts. And best college gets this as a prize. And you get the recognition that you helped me come up with, whatever. And then boom, all of a sudden, genius ideas start flowing in. And he's like, where were y'all when I emailed you the first time? But he said, you turn it into competition, and all of a sudden, people want to play.
Okay. Little competition time.
Here we go.
$500 to the person that finds me a girl I date at least 3 times. Go on 3 dates with.
Oh, yeah, I'm on it.
There you go.
Okay.
You serious? Because it's
Have
on.
you dated her before?
It doesn't matter. If I go on 3, everybody's in.
Gotta find that girl from the wedding.
If I know you, you're in this competition.
But you know that you have to, when you go on the third date, you have to pay. So you'll probably be like,
That's what I was
don't wanna
worried
pay,
about.
so
But
I'm
that's
not
part
gonna-
of it. It has to be so worth it that I'm like, you know what? Third date could mean, and I'd be happy to pay it. But yes,
Okay.
you're right.
Okay.
You're not wrong in that.
Okay.
So if it's borderline at 2, I'm not going to go 3
Like, you
anyway.
have to want this. Like Bill Gates
Yes.
wanted clean water for
You're gonna-
children.
I
want a
want it,
girlfriend.
Amy, I want it more than Bill Gates wants clean water for children.
Okay.
So I'll do that. 5. Hey, Raymundo, you in?
Yeah, I got this girl in Louisville for you.
Okay, but here's
But
the thing.
you know long distance doesn't work.
Well, that's kind of like shortish distance.
No, it has to be like right in your neighborhood. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right down the street.
Someone on the block. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. Anybody that I know, but again, I'm not going to go out with them just because you're like, you have to go out with her.
Yeah.
It has to be like, oh, wow, that sounds interesting. You can't cut her in for half and you guys both make out with $250 after all you can't set me up for a loss here. I know how some of you are.
I didn't even think of that.
I had already thought of it.
Oh.
So, yeah, we'll be in for that. Anyone that sets me up, it can be anybody that can get a hold of me in any way. Like, if I know you, you're in the game.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
A lot
It's
of people
not
in the
just
game.
us.
Morgan number 2 is staring me down right now. What's the deal?
Nothing.
Hey, what's up with you and the guy that came knocking on your door, the door-to-door salesman? What's the update?
He never followed up, so I just kind of left it as it is.
Well, hold on a second. Here's the thing. This guy comes knocking on a door. Dum, 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 at Morgan number 2's house. She's a new homeowner. Pretty cool-ish part of town.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'm here to sell some insurance. And they talk. He goes away. Morgan number 2's like, wow, that door-to-door salesman is pretty cute. He leaves her his card with her in case she wants some insurance or financial advising or something with money. And so she texts him, goes, hey, I don't need any money advice, but why don't we get a drink? And he's like, great, let's do that. Then he never follows up.
Well, we had agreed on like doing it like earlier this week, and I just never heard from him, and I wasn't gonna like keep pushing it because I already like put it out there that I was interested, so I was kind of seeing if.
Yeah, and y'all went back and forth on schedules, and it was.
Yeah, so, and he just never followed up, and I was like, well, that just is what it is. We'll just leave it at that.
I bet he still comes around. I would think
But
that.
what if he comes around? Is it like, well, where were you
No.
earlier this week?
Let me be devil's advocate a little bit. I would think that Morgan number 2, you're a bit intimidating for somebody just off the street to be like, oh, cool, I'll go out with them. You have a high profile job. You're successful for your age. You're attractive. And I would be like, I need to play it super cool so I can kind of get on that level. So I wouldn't rush it out yet.
Does he know what you do?
Yeah, we kind of briefly talked about it when he had come to the door.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm not pushing it. I'm not against if it
Yeah,
happens,
don't push it.
but
I
I'm
still
just
think-
kind of letting him come to me now because he knows I'm interested.
If it were me, I would wait. I'd try to be like, oh, I need to show her that I'm just not like, woof, let's go. Let's give it a second.
All right.
And he apparently is super hot, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like
Yes.
Channing Tatum.
He's cute. No, he's Magic
I like
Mike.
how you answered immediately, Eddie.
Oh,
I can
well.
respect that. No, I can respect that. I love it. I was
right.
like, he's super hot. I was waiting for Morgan to go, yeah. Eddie goes, oh, he sure is, huh?
I saw a picture.
He my type. Okay, cool. I feel pretty good about that.
Maybe Morgan number 2, he has it on his calendar for Friday.
No.
And
Don't
then-
do
we
that
go.
to me. Don't hit me with my rule.
Here
They
we
didn't
go.
set up a time.
Okay.
Do we have to go through this again? Everybody listening, let me tell you a little story about me. I never been engaged. I never been married. I'm 39 years old. Don't have any kids. Like, I'm as single as can be. I wish I wasn't. I'm not, gonna sacrifice my integrity to be with someone.
Right.
But me and this girl go, hey, we're going to go out. We go out for a quick lunch one time. It was pretty good. I was like, hey, we should do a second one. I told her I'm not going to be in town for a couple weeks. But we'll do this day. We put the X on the calendar. There it is. Here's the sound of the X being made. Right? There's the X. And so the X is a Tuesday. And I call her. I text her on the Friday before the Tuesday. I go, hey, we're still on for this Tuesday, right? She goes, yeah, we do good. All right, we do good. I'll see you Tuesday. That's kind of what it felt like in my head. Tuesday comes. It's like 2 hours before. I'm like, hey, I'll see you at this place, 6:30. It's like, oh, I didn't hear from you between Friday and Tuesday. I thought it was canceled. I'm like, what are you talking about? Since when do I have to call every day and just check? When do I have to call and re-solidify what I've already re-solidified?
Listen, if someone's going on dates with someone, especially a second one, whether it's the guy or the girl, they want to know that they're being thought about or there's interest here. It's not just like a mark on the calendar of
If
like,
it was
well,
date
we'll see where this
4
goes.
and above, I would be like,
So you don't think date 2 justifies being like, how
no,
was your
date
weekend?
2, you could also be called a stalker. Like, won't you leave me alone? We just went out once, loser.
Oh, wow.
And also, when an appointment is set, you go to it.
Okay.
Amy,
and the
if
fact
you
that
and
you
I
call
made-
it an appointment.
If you and I made an appointment for
Yeah, Bones, you're not a
2023
doctor.
and it was a Wednesday,
Right,
I would
right.
show up even if it was set today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so, but
You're
I'm
not, okay. You're not wrong, but you're not right. Like, I hear what you're saying, and I'm trying so hard
It's a culture issue.
to be on your side, but I can't.
Ugh. Anyway,
Like, she didn't want to be sitting around waiting.
mean sitting
Maybe
around?
she's
It was
been burned before.
that's not
and
my
so
problem. I've been burned my whole life.
She went and made other plans.
I'm in therapy. I'm trying to get better.
So you like text her your therapist's name? Like, I think you need
You need to
help.
hit this. We haven't even communicated since.
Did she? Oh.
The last thing she
Does
texted
she-
me was, she goes, it was a little sassy. It was like, oh, I guess our communication styles are different and something else. And
Well, yeah.
I just hit her with that thumbs up emoji and was like, done.
Okay, she's probably done after that too.
Yeah, well, we're both done.
Wow.
The one that got
Do
away.
I know which one this is?
Let me
who
say
is?
this too about the one that got away.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, why did I even say that?
Some
one that
recent
got
talk has
away.
been, I spent time with my ex-girlfriend who we were together for almost 5 years. Over 4 years we were together.
Long time.
Who, in my long relationship with her, obviously Amy's going to become super close to her because Amy and I are close on air and off. Amy's the dearest friend I have. And so Amy's great friends with her. My ex-girlfriend went to Haiti with Amy before Amy got her kids.
Yes.
And so they're close. And my ex-girlfriend calls and goes, hey, I'm working in Nashville a few times a year now because I've been promoted at my job. And I'm like, great. I'm in town one night. Why don't we get some dinner or something? So we have dinner. It's great. Laughed the whole time. And I was playing the Opry that night. And I said, you're welcome to come to Grand Ole Opry with me. I'm going to go do some stand-up at the Opry. And she's like, great. We go. We have a great time. Go back. And that's the deal. And it was great to see her. Gave her a big old hug. And Amy's like, that's the one that got away. And
right.
I've been thinking about that. I don't believe that there's ever anyone that got away.
She did.
I don't think what I believe in my heart, and this is not just me, but I believe for everyone, that there's not the one that got away. There's the one that you can learn you made a mistake that can also affect your decisions going forward.
That's not a very good song, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
she
sing it
was the
mixed
one
up.
that told me how to think about other decisions in my future.
Right.
Got the same ring.
But and everyone on the air a little bit and off the air a lot was like, that's the one that got away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't believe there's a such
Say
thing in my
if
life.
you think she got away.
But my point is, I don't think that that's a thing in my life.
And the fact that she called you to tell
Why do you
or
guys keep
text you-
talking?
No, she just genuinely cares about him. She's not
Right.
wanting to get back together because she came over to my house the next night.
Oh,
got a
boy.
little
Oh.
bit of the
Oh,
lowdown.
boy.
Oh, and she is going to be coming down a lot more, and I think she's going to stay at my place. So I'm thankful that we're gonna get to see her more because she is such an amazing person, and I'm glad that she's still such a joy in your life. Like to hear that y'all laughed the whole time and had a good.
It's fantastic.
Like she's someone for you that made you. You're awesome. She made you better.
Oh boy.
Yeah, right.
You know?
No,
she did.
I don't. I feel like I'd have been pretty good anyway. Now I'm
Okay.
insulted.
Don't be
Now I'm
insulted.
insulted
That's
by this whole
okay.
thing. I
No,
wish
that's a
somebody would come
huge
knock on my door and sell me insurance, and I'd be like,
We're
"What
working
up,
on
baby?"
that. We're working on
Yeah,
that.
we're about. We're
Oh,
trying
you're
to
just gonna
get
send them out to the house?
$500.
What about one of those, like dating services? Are those still a thing?
What?
Like it's
Not
just
escort
lunch?
services.
Like the ones late at night on TV?
No, not call 900 to talk about. No, she's like, you know, being a hot girl. Some people think I'm with the guys all the time, but the truth is, I never get asked out. Call me now, 1-800. I'm lonely. And if you do, we'll talk for $4.99 a minute. You know, hot girls need love too. And I'll be right. And you know, you call, and it's some guy named Gerald,
Right.
who just talks like a girl. Those
Right.
commercials do come on. Anyway,
I know.
I completely pivoted away from that, Amy, on purpose. That's a skill. That's a skill right there.
Oh, I saw that
Shifted
happening.
it out of here. Anyway, there's
But
no such
you-
thing. Don't look at your life as regret. It's in general.
No,
If you
that's a
look at-
regret.
if you,
Some-
the one that got away is a regret.
No, that's just it's like the one that got away. But I learned a lot from her.
I've had
Right.
fish that got away, but you know.
But if it comes back and bites the
can't
line
compare a
again, you
girlfriend.
gotta
Yeah, I
acknowledge
mean-
that.
Don't compare a 5-year relationship to a fish.
why not?
It's an analogy.
Yeah,
Amy,
Amy,
in the
relax.
grand
Relax.
scheme of time and life, we're all just here in a blink of an eye.
Well, yes, in
like that.
everybody's life, not just your life. I thought you were talking about your life.
So Amy, what did she say about him?
We're not. This is.
No,
She
like
said
it's,
she's
it's not. We're not talking about
Oh,
other
yeah, yeah,
people's
yeah.
lives. We don't talk about. We just talk about
No.
us
true.
and what happens with us.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
She's in a good
I'll
place.
be
You're in a
working
good
on my
place.
new song. There's no such thing as the one that got away. There's only people that make your future decisions better
Ooh.
by looking at your past and going, I could have done a better job at that, so I'll do a better job in the future.
Sounds like a
That's
hit.
so good.
Boom.
Yeah.
The future.
Yeah.
All right. Wrap.
Right. Bye.
Follow us on Instagram.
At Bobby Bones Show.
All right, we'll go around the room and see what's happening with everybody in a segment we call What's the Haps? Hey,
what's the haps?
Amy, what's the haps?
Okay, what's the haps? I officially finished all of Unbelievable.
On Netflix. Wow, what a show.
Yeah, when it ended, I was like, it's heavy, heavy, heavy in the beginning. And then when you get it, you're like, okay, wow, okay, I feel good about how this ended. So you have that to look forward to. Just know that. And then I started Succession, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, everybody loves it that watches it.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
That's my husband and I's new show because he did not want to watch Unbelievable. Too heavy for him. Yes, I really, really like it. It's a little like blue. What's the word?
Yeah, like dirty?
Dirty at times, but I mean, so was Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy, and I love those.
Yeah, don't be judging now.
I'm not. But some moments I'm like, oh, what? But it's really good. So if you have access to it.
I watched another episode of Veep yesterday. Again, I never watched that show. It's only pretty good, but again, it's so early. I guess I'm really not watching anything else. I'm watching Handmaid's Tale, but I can only do one episode at a time.
That's heavy.
Heavy, man.
Yeah.
And I love it, but it's just so heavy.
When you watch that, do you think, okay, this could like really happen?
I feel like it's kind of happening already.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
In a weird way, yeah.
So, but it's tough. All right, there you go. Hey,
what's the haps?
What's the haps with you?
Well, tonight, Lauren Elena is playing at a bar as part of Dancing with the Stars. They're shooting her playing at one of the places on Broadway.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm going to go and do a thing and introduce her and do some talking with the camera because I guess on Dancing with the Stars this week, it's contestants from the past that have a connection with the contestant now. And so I'm going to go do that tonight, which I'm pretty excited because Lauren's doing so great. And she's got to beat Vanderbeek, who I like. He's such a good dancer. She's got to beat Hannah B. The thing about Hannah B that's annoying is she's acting like she doesn't have dance experience. She danced for 14 years. And she danced as a talent when she was in pageants. And she's like, well, it's the first time I've ever done Dancing with the Stars. Stop it. So we got to get Lauren Elena there because Lauren Elena's never danced. And that's our girl. And so I'm supporting as heavily as I can.
Yeah.
Also like Kate Flannery from The Office. Though.
Oh, yeah.
Like with Vanderbeek, it's hard to say anything bad about his dancing. He's just a good dude. Good dancing.
Dawson.
I know. I like him. We were on the CW together last night.
All right.
Yeah.
For
the iHeart
Festival.
He's just a good dude. And then Kate Flannery, awesome. But we gotta be there for Lauren. She dances again Monday night at Dancing with the Stars. But tonight we're doing that. I also had a great dinner last night with a friend. We also do some work together. And we were just talking about some work stuff. But we just got talking about our grandmas. And I guess neither one of us really knew how each other's grandmother kind of raised us. My grandmother raised me and even adopted me for part of my life. And sometimes I'll just kind of skate over it real quick and go, yeah, my grandmother adopted me for a while. But what had happened was when I was a kid, my mom left and we didn't really know where she was. And so my grandmother had to be my legal guardian because I was with her. So she had to file all the paperwork. My last name got changed. And I was, her son, basically. I was her grandson and her son.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this until later in life when I found my old Social Security card where my name was changed. And I wrote about it in my first book. But we both sat for a long time. And I think the dinner, we had scheduled like an hour. We stayed almost 2 hours last night. Just really talking about how influential our grandmothers were, which made me think I wanted to come on the air this morning and just send a shout out, not just to grandmothers that have to step in, but anyone that steps in to influence kids' lives in a really positive way when you really didn't sign up for it. And I'll put you on this list too, Amy, because here you are. You got 2 kids that you've adopted. You're a mom to 2 kids. Eddie's got 2 foster kids living with him who him and his wife were just like, we're going to be foster parents. They have 2 kids of their own, and they have 2 other kids living with them.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother did not sign up to be my mom, and she was for a lot of my life. She was the most influential person in my life, period. And so if you're a step parent, if you're a grandmother raising kids, if you're any of these things where you're just kind of thrown into being a parent and you accept that, like shout out from me, like appreciate it. And I was just kind of reminded of how much I appreciate that last night when we were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a really great dinner with somebody who's a dear friend to me anyway. But the thing was, we didn't even know that our grandmothers raised us both.
Yeah.
And I was super appreciative to her. She's not around anymore.
Oh, yeah. What year did she die?
I was 19.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you think she knew that how much you
No, because I don't
appreciated?
think I knew that then.
Right.
I was
you
an
learned
idiot
that.
19-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took me being in therapy and someone going, hey, where was any consistency in your life at all growing up, period? And really it was her for about 7 or 8 years, and my stepdad, who's not my stepdad anymore, Arkansas Keith, for about 4 years or so. Those are really my only two influences that had any stability whatsoever. And so, yeah, so shit, this isn't even about my grandmother, but it just reminded me to teachers who you just drive a kid home from school, doesn't have a way to get home because the parents are working, or there's only one parent, or that anyone who's in a kid's life that you didn't sign up for that, but when you're thrust into it, you do it with open arms because you just feel like it's the right thing to do. Like, I appreciate that because that happened to me. So anyway, that's what's the haps. I'm with Lauren tonight, but I had a great dinner last night.
I
with a
like
friend.
all that though.
Went
It's
for
good.
2 hours. It was fantastic. Like, I'm so appreciative again because of that. All right, hey,
What's the haps?
Lunchbox, what's the haps?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm taking my baby to get it washed today. She reached 200,000 miles earlier this week. I'm talking about my 05 Altima. And so it's time she gets a car wash. So I'm going to go and wash her and vacuum her and, just give her a little special treat because I haven't done that in a while.
200,000 miles, man. That's a lot. Good for you. Eddie, what's the haps? Hey!
What's the haps?
Speaking of cleaning things, yesterday I got my teeth cleaned. I guess I do it like once a year, whatever. It's free with our insurance. And I didn't realize how good I feel after my teeth are clean. Like I left going, like, oh, gosh, I
don't like it when you do that sound on the radio, but I get it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
But man, it was good that I did that. Everyone should do that once in a while.
All right. Hey!
What's the haps?
Morgan, number 2, what's the haps with you?
I started feeding my groundhog that's outside.
Oh, yeah. She has a random groundhog in her backyard.
So I started leaving some carrots and stuff out for it. I also have a possum back there and some more squirrels, and I'm getting a bird feeder. So I'm a modern day Snow White over here.
Like freaking
awesome.
Dr. Doolittle over there. All right. Hey, that's what's the haps. Hey.
What's the haps?
There you go. Hey, listen to the podcast after the show. We put the whole show up. So you can hear from when we start this thing almost 4 hours ago to when it ends, but we also keep going when the show's over because a lot of times news develops or stories come out or we have things we forgot to say, and we just keep going. Or you can watch it on Facebook. It's usually around the same time every day. Just follow us on Facebook at Bobby Bones Show. Boom, done. Thank you.
The Bobby Bones Show.
The Bobby Bones Show.
Hey, let's go talk to Lauren in Texas, who's called the show. We appreciate that so much. Hey, Lauren, what's going on?
Hey, Bobby. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
Hey, so I'm a longtime listener, 10 plus years, and I'm really anxious about something, so I figured I would reach out to my friends and see if y'all can give me some advice.
All right, bring it to us.
So my 7-month-old daughter is going to daycare for the first time on Monday. Just the first time she'll be away from me in this entire 7 months. So I was just trying to see if y'all could give me some advice on how to handle it.
Sure. Listen, I don't have a baby. Amy has not had a baby, so we can go to Eddie and Lunchbox. Eddie, talk to her for a second. You have 2 boys.
Never done daycare. So I don't really know what that's like.
So you're stepping back from this?
My wife stayed at home, so yeah, I don't have any info on this.
Okay, Lunchbox has a baby in daycare. Lunchbox.
Oh, it's going to be tough. When you drop your kid off, you're going to walk in there and you're going to see all these other kids, and you're going to not want to let go of your kid. But look, you can stand outside, look through the door, and you're going to see, look, you're gone. The kid forgets about you and is making friends, and it's part of growing up. It's hard. You're going to cry, and you're going to sit there and wonder all day, how is my kid doing? But just enjoy the freedom at the same time, because you need to take time to yourself. But it's going to be okay. Your kid is making friends, and it's awesome. And the daycare, you obviously trust them, so it's your kid's in good hands.
What do you think, Lauren?
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend whose son is in the same class.
Yeah.
And so she kind of told me a lot of the same things. And I really want her to be socialized. Like, I can't be her only friend. So it would be really great for her to get out there. I know she's going to get sick and get all the nastiness from daycare, but I'm just trying to keep it together. I'm sure it's worse for me than it is for her. So I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for the call. I hope that helped you.
Thank you so much. Talk to y'all later.
All right, see you later. Ashley in Virginia. Thanks. You're on the phone. What do you want to say, Ashley?
Hi, Bobby. I just wanted to say that I appreciate all of you. I'm a long-time listener, and I wanted to just go around the room and say one thing that I appreciate about all of you guys.
Okay.
Bobby, I love that you are so vulnerable with everyone and just opening up your life. Amy, you have the most beautiful soul. Eddie, you seem like an absolutely incredible dad. Lunchbox, you are 100% you, and you don't care what anybody thinks. Morgan, number 2, you are basically like, I feel like you're me on the show because I'm the same age, and I totally am one of those people who are votes for every single one of your draft picks.
Oh, stop with the draft picks. Charlie, what's happening? We get the results of those two, by the way. Well, listen, I'm going to look at the draft here in just a second. You can go vote at bobbybones.com on today's Tom Hanks draft. But Ashley, we appreciate that. Thanks for listening. And the fact that you know all 5 of us sitting in the room, whenever, we're not all talking all the time, that means a lot. So I appreciate you being here.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, Bobby.
All right, see you later. Morgan number 2, by the way, Morgan number 2 and Lunchbox are leading in the draft season. And they're doing pretty good in the draft today. Morgan number 2 is sitting 3rd at 20%. Lunchbox is sitting 2nd. And right now,
what?
I'm at the top. I'm just leading. I'm just leading right now.
Yeah, I got 4.
But who's in last?
Oh,
What?
probably
Eddie.
me. How is that
How
possible?
am I second to last? I don't understand.
Yeah, Eddie. So anyway, go vote bobbybones.com. Your boy here is trying to just get back in the season, trying to get back in the mix. All right, there you go. Thank you.
The Bobby